What's up, YouTube land? Zena Gaming back with another video for league racing, and this time we are for the next round for the Trans Nations Oceania Regionals, and we are at the Mexican Grand Prix. Quickly about this track, not one of my favourites. Dislike the first corner, dislike the last sector, so we'll see how we go this weekend. But looking forward to it once again for another league race, and we'll see how we go. We finished last time out in second place after a very tight Grand Prix between myself and Harry. So we're looking to get back on top here today in Mexico, which is one of my weaker tracks. But anyway, here is my first lap here in qualifying, and I was looking for a one-stop strategy to qualify in mediums. So I came out on the hard tyres, attacking this track with the hard tyres, and we attacked it a little bit too much here through the S's and got a little bit wide, and we invalidate our first lap. However, our first lap was a 1 minute 17.8. So we come around, we do a cool down lap, we come around, we attack again, and this time on the hard tyres on a second lap, and we come through to the line now. This is a much better lap in terms of time. It's a 1 minute 17.1. So yeah, great, good lap there. But now that's not going to get the job done, because that's not what we want. We want to qualify on the medium tyres. So we come out, we do a lap on mediums, and we come out and do a 1 minute 16.348. So good time, but it wasn't quick enough, and we're down the order. We're here in 10th place. So now we come out on the soft tyres. I want to show you my full lap here on the soft tyres. We're currently 10th. That's not good enough on the medium tyre. I really need to be at least in the top 6 if I want to go with that strat for a one-stop. We're just going to be too far in the middle of it, congested. We've got a full grid here for this race, so we don't want to be too far back. So come out here on the soft tyres. We're going to come try and beat this lap through turn 1 into third gear. You can't attack that completely the first corner, because you'll be too slow in the exit of turn 3 here. Trying to get to the power as quickly as you can. Go up to the gears to 8th gear here in qualifying, and break at the 100-meter board, back down to second gear, and first if you need a rotation for turn 5 here. And now into this double right-hander, which is very tricky to get right. You got to try and angle the car to get a good exit here. Now coming into the S's, you got to really attack it, be very aggressive with the curves. Obviously you don't want to cut the corner to invalidate your lap time, but you got to be very aggressive here. The Williams car gets out the way. We're attacking a little bit of a lift through there, probably cost me a little bit of time, as you can go flat in qualifying. And now coming here into the stadium section, and we go a little bit off the track. We lose the back end massively, and we line it up. We a little bit slow on entry to the hairpin, and now we've lost a little bit of time here in this third sector as we now come across the line, however, to set a 1 minute 15.3, which is only good enough at the minute for 4th place. So qualifying brilliance from the last 3 races has not translated here to the Mexican Grand Prix, as Harry takes pole with a 1 minute 14.5. He was absolutely rapid, 8/10 quicker than myself in 4th. Hamish lines up 2nd, Amiral in 3rd. So it's all to play for here at the Mexican Grand Prix, and we'll see what we can do from 4th on the grid, and yeah, we'll go from there. As you can see, the results from qualifying, and let's go into the race. So welcome everyone to the Mexican Grand Prix here today. A 2-stop strategy. We're going to go soft to medium soft, as I believe that is the better. I like to end the race on the fast tyre and get rid of that medium tyre in the middle of the race. We'll kind of just take the pain there. We'll go on the softs for the end for an attack. So that's what I personally always like to do. If it's going to be a 2-stop, I want to be on the faster tyre at the end and get rid of the slower tyre earlier. You can go soft, medium. It might be quick. I don't know if it's quick or not. I just personally like it this way. Also, it's a great way to take advantage of that soft tyre on low fuel when it won't wear as much as with more fuel in the car. Also, no rain for this Grand Prix, which is a good sign, because I'm not the quickest driver in the wet, and I think it would be a disadvantage to me for my pace in the dry. So yeah, we're going to just hopefully avoid any early incidents in this one. We've been starting on the front row for every Grand Prix since Belgium, so we've been able to stay out of trouble early in these Grand Prix, getting good starts, and we've been on pole. But anyway, we'll show you the championship standings now. I lead the championship after Japan on 142 points, with Harry in 2nd on 131. Hamish in 3rd on 94 points, so he's a little bit way further back. with Brett in 4th on 65 points and Emil in 5th with 62. Constructors, Haas lead the Constructors, as you can see, only by 4 points over Red Bull, and that's 6 points back to Alpha, and Renault are still there with a chance on 118 points. So it's all very close in both championships. It's going to be an exciting end with 4 races to go in the season, and anything can happen here at Mexico. Been a notorious race in the last few years for first lap accidents, especially for Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel getting involved in early accidents during the title fight. But anyway, here we go, 5 red lights, and it's go here for the Mexican Grand Prix, and a great start for Hamish ahead. Harry not the best to start. Hamish has got the run down and position to turn 1. Merrill's got a good start. We're going to go in his slipstream, and we're getting a great run in Merrill's slipstream. We're going to go to the inside, and now we're going to break late into turn 1. Hamish has got the whole shot into turn 1. We're side by side with Merrill. We lose the back end out of turn 1. Go through turn 2. We're side by side. He's going around the outside. There's contact on the front, and we have spun. There's a Red Bull carbon fiber as Viraj, I believe, has had nowhere to go and hit us. As you can see, he is just there ahead of us, and we are now last here. A disastrous start to this Grand Prix, and now we are in last place, and we're going to have a huge recovery drive. Fortunately for us, the front wing is intact. It's a little bit damaged, as you can see here, just that lime green colour on the left end plate, but that's not going to cost us anything, I do believe. It did feel a little bit understeery on the heavy fuel, but I think after about 10 laps I didn't really feel anything. As Raj, you can see, he's got a very badly damaged front wing, and he's all over the shot here on the first lap. As we go around the outside here, there's an Alfa Romeo up on the left side of the track. I look back, and then I almost rear-ended here the Williams ahead, and luckily we get past him. And now we have a Ferrari, that is Brett, who has also been caught up in this first lap accident, and he is going to have to come into the pits along with a Toro Rosso. Not sure which one that is. That looks like no, I'm not sure which one that is. I think that's Zach in the Toro Rosso, who is also into the pits. So we're now here sitting in P15 here on lap 2, and we're behind a Williams and a don't know who else. I can't quite tell who is ahead. And you can see this is Fabio, and he is quite slow here. Very wide, very erratic. And then there's a Racing Point. That is Nick in the Racing Point, who rejoined very poorly. And if ghosting, luckily, normally it is off in these lobbies, but for some reason it was left on today. And if it wasn't for that, I would have been out of this Grand Prix, but we've been saved by the game there. And that was a very dangerous rejoin. As you can see, we've been stuck behind Fabio for half a lap now, and we're finally able to get past him here onto the main straight. And yeah, we are able to get the job done there, and now we can focus on the cars ahead. We're now sitting in 12th place here on lap 3 in this Grand Prix. So we've made good progress from 8th, and we've almost thrown it away into the barrier there. That was a very, very good save to not end our race there on lap 3. As we now come back behind Brad here in the McLaren, and he not the best exit out of the last corner, and now we've got a good run here with the ERS, and now we get DRS, a good slipstream. We get past him easily before turn 1, and now we've got such a good run that Labrinth, who doesn't have DRS here, we're going to dive down his inside. He leaves us the room, and we're able to get past him, our teammate, into turn 1. So that's 2 overtakes in 1 there, and that gets us up into 10th place. So yeah, we are now getting back into the points, and we have now Jordan ahead and another Ferrari. The other Ferrari, not sure, that's just a reserve driver, not sure what his name is, but his username is like Dime. I don't know exactly what it is, to be honest. So we'll just call him the other Ferrari for this episode. Anyway, Jordan all over the shot through the S's, didn't get his line right. He's on the hard tyres here, and we're going to try and go around his outside here. We back out of that, we try to get the run down here into the stadium section, as now we'll go alongside him here, and we outbrake him into the stadium section, get the job done, and move into 9th place. As now we come on to lap 5 here, we are behind the other Ferrari, and Josh in the Toro Rosso here as we come through the S's, as we go left, right, and he's had a spin, he's had a moment. Josh is in the barrier, he's out of the Grand Prix, unbelievable. That's happened to him, unlucky for Josh. He's made a mistake through the S's. He's done what Sebastian Vettel did a few years ago, crashed in the middle of the S's. That's brought out the safety car, and immediately I've had to react to this. I think the only choice here was the pit. Safety car is not going to start for around another 3 laps. It's about when the pit window's going to open up anyway. We'll come in for the medium tyres. We're not going to change our strategy too much. I was maybe thinking, can the mediums get to the end? But I think I always knew it was going to be a 2-stop from this point on. So come in for the mediums. We're going to stick to our strategy, and we'll see what we can do. We're a long way back, but the safety car is going to bring us much closer to the front of the pack, and this will give us a chance to probably be able to get back into a podium position and maybe even have a chance to fight for the win. So at the end of the day, the safety car does help us. Yeah, so that is really, really nice. As we come out of the pit lane here in P11 behind a Racing Point, as we now here on the end of lap 8, so it'll be lap 9 for the restart, and that was a very slow restart. I almost broke my front wing here completely. Very lucky to avoid contact, and yeah, so now we're coming for the restart here on lap 8. So now we are back behind Jake here in the Racing Point, and we got his slipstream all the way down the first corner. You can see, look at the cars ahead, 3 wide here, as the other Ferrari, it's a Williams, a Fabio, and a Mercedes here, and we're able to go through into turn 1, and yeah, we get into ahead of the Force India here, and now we're going to go up the inside of the Ferrari here. We're going to back out of it though. We don't like that move, but he's gone into the back of Fabio. The Haas is our teammate. He's off the track on the left, and Fabio has been crashed into by the other Ferrari, so we've gained more positions there. We're now up to 6th place, so we've gone from 10th to 6th on the restart. And look at this pack up ahead, it's absolutely chaotic. Cars going every which way here, and we've got cars off the track here on the right. Here's the Mercedes. We've got Jordan here on the left. We're almost going to the Mercedes here, and now we go the Racing Point coming down inside. That's Jake coming down inside into the stadium section. He's not able to make it stick there. He's on our outside now, but he's not going to go around the outside of the hairpin. And now we come into the last corner, and he gives us a little tap in the rear. Does Jake? He's very close to our rear end, and now you can see Jordan and the Mercedes going side by side here into on the main straight. And I'm looking back here. You can see the Racing Points of Jake is pretty far back. I don't think he's going to make a move into turn 1. No need to defend on focusing. Jordan's pretty much shoving this Mercedes off the track. Jake has dive bombed us completely down the inside, but he's made it stick. He hasn't gone too deep into that corner. He's done that. Well, that was a great move by him. Unexpected. I did have to avoid him to not damage the front wing, but he pulled it off. He made it stick, and a good move there, as that's going to just cost us even more time now coming through these guys to try and get to Harry. You can see Harry, who's got in the lead of this Grand Prix. He's gaining time all the time on us, so we need to clear these guys as quickly as possible, and Jake hasn't helped our case there, as we now are on lap 10 of this Grand Prix, and we need to clear these guys. This pack is unbelievable, and there's a bit of contact there from Jake. He runs into the back Mercedes, breaks the front wing. We now get cleared them both, and we now just got Jordan ahead of us here. And can we maybe make a move into the hairpin here? No, we're not close enough. He does run very wide though, and now we're going to try and switch back into the last corner, but that's not going to work. So we're going to have to just wait to get past, be patient and get past him in the main straight here. And all the time though, this has cost us time to Harry ahead, as DRS is now enabled here on lap 11. Jordan on hard tyres. I was having a look here, you can see his front wing is broken a little bit, so he hard tyres, broken front wing, it's not going to help your case. Well, 8 seconds behind Harry, I believe, 9 seconds, and we're closing the gap down to about 7 seconds, 6 seconds here on lap 18 as he comes in for a pit stop. He was on the soft tyre, he's now going onto the medium tyre to the end of the Grand Prix. So when I saw that, I knew he came out at about roughly 12 seconds behind me. I thought maybe can I go to the end of the race on these tyres, but you can see here he's now closing all the time in on us, and he is only, I believe, about 6 seconds behind us. So 10 laps to go. I'm going to come in, put on a set of soft tyres and sprint to the end of the race, and hopefully we can catch him back up. So it's it is what it is. We know we're going to finish top 2 today. It's been a brilliant recovery to get to that position, but now we're thinking about the race win. What can we do? I didn't think I could win the race if I stayed out on mediums. I thought the best chance of me winning this Grand Prix was coming in and putting on the soft tyre. So we've got 9 laps to do it. We're going to be much quicker when these tyres will hold on with that lighter fuel load as well. And yeah, we're just going to have to absolutely fly and push every single lap, qualifying lap after qualifying lap, as we now here. First flying lap out of the pits, not the outlap, first flying lap, and we come around for a fastest lap of the race, so 1 minute 17. That was 2 seconds quicker than Harry on his older mediums. He was in the 1 minute 19s at this point in the Grand Prix. So here on lap 30, pushing unbelievably hard, and I got a little bit wide, cop a 3-second time penalty. Fair enough. And now that's pretty much given any hope of winning this Grand Prix over, because Harry, credit to him, drives the clean race. But you can see here, I'm just going to show the gaps lap by lap. We can see every lap we're just gaining a second and a half every lap. But you know, he drives a clean race, credit to him. He picks up no penalties, which takes the pressure off him. I was trying to, just by closing, I was hoping I would apply pressure where maybe he'd make a mistake, pick up a penalty, and I could at least fight for on track for a chance to win. But as you can see, this is now 2 laps to go. We're now 1 lap to go. You can see he's just there ahead, 2 seconds. It looks like about a second and a half, whatever the gap is, across the line. Yeah, just under 2 seconds there. So we're closing the gap all the time as our tyres, they're starting to go off a little bit. We haven't got the same original pace. It's still very good, I must admit. These tyres held on to the very end. And you can see we got it very close. It was an intense last stint to try and put in these laps. I was very happy with it. It was very quick, but unfortunately it wasn't enough with all the shenanigans. So we're going to come up through the final corner for Harry to come through to take a second consecutive victory, and we're going to come through to finish in second place, a hard-earned second place. It was a great drive after what happened on the first lap, and the safety car definitely helped us. I don't know if we could have gotten that far ahead with the safety car, low safety car, but we benefit from that today, and we'll with the fastest lap we lose 6 points to Harry in the championship today. So hopefully we'll see if we can do anything about that for the next Grand Prix at the USA, which is one of my favourite tracks on this calendar. So hopefully we'll be in for a good one. But until then, I'll see you guys for that. Actually, I'll quickly go through the results before I outro the video. As Amiral was able to come home to finish 3rd place as well, with the Mercedes able to finish in 4th place. Mish, who had the lead early on, made some poor strategy calls, broke the front wing, and he has ended up finishing 6th. Viraj in 7th place as well. But anyway, that's been today's videos, guys. So until next leg race video at USA, till then, goodbye.